We've been talking about it a lot here on TikTok, of this weird feeling that we all have of things have just not been the same since the pandemic. Like, we don't really go out anymore. We don't really meet with friends as often as we used to. And like, we're all craving that connection. We're all craving that community, but we just don't know what it looks like. Today, I had to go get my tire replaced because I ran over a third pothole in 6 months. This pothole situation where I live is ridiculous. So anyway, I'm in the tow truck with this tow truck driver. And you have like 35 minutes to talk with these tow truck drivers when you're getting towed somewhere. So we started talking about how, we don't go out anymore the way we used to. We don't really want to go out. He was like, do you remember when we used to just like go hang out at the mall when we were kids? And I'm like, yes, I totally do. He's like, nobody does that anymore. And he's like, I just think people are antisocial and like people are just so mad all the time now. And I'm like, I don't really know that that's it. I think it's like we're in that in-between stage. Like, when you get out of a bad relationship, which can totally relate, and you haven't yet manifested like what you want for your future. So you're in that middle in between where like you don't necessarily want to go back to the past, but you don't know what the future holds. And so you're just in this in between, like you're stuck because you're uncomfortable. And I was like, that's kind of how we are in the world. Like, we've had this burst of technology and we have like cell phones, we have streaming, we have online shopping. So it's like we don't really entertain ourselves and get together in the ways that we used to do that. And so we're stuck in this in between of like, we haven't quite figured out how to have community and how to have close friends, but like we are all craving that. And I know with my awakening, especially, I'm craving that more than ever. My heart is open and I love people, and I realize now that I need a tribe. Like, I don't want to be in a cabin alone, on TikTok. I want to be communing with people, but I want real communion. I want people that understand me, people that are on my vibe. Okay, so this is where I'm going with this. This is how I think we bridge the gap between being in this technological world, but also craving community. We do not want to just hang out with people that have our same interests, right? If you look at like Meetup and a lot of these different online platforms, you're going to like a coffee shop to discuss philosophy, or you're going to paint with wine, or you're going like to go do yoga in the park. And those are all great because those are interests. And like, the only reason that I've resisted doing that is because I don't want to walk into a room with 100 people and start making friends with people just because we all like yoga. Like, that doesn't necessarily mean that I'm going to vibe with them. So I don't have a lot of friends right now. Like, I'm going to be honest. I have really pared down my friend group, and I have really, really pared down who I let into my life romantically. So there's not a lot going on, but I am a social butterfly. I love people. I want to have friends, but I don't want to go to a meetup and just like small talk with people that I may not really vibe with. Okay, so I think the new transition now is vibe. It's a vibe, which is why I've connected with so many people on TikTok, like people that comment on my videos, and as they converse with each other, unless they're like fighting, it's usually men that come on my pages and like are trashing women. But if you're a woman, you usually really vibe with the women on my page because we're all going through a lot of the same things. We've been through in poor relationships with men that were not really intellectually, emotionally evolved, and we're just sick of it, and we'd rather just be alone, and we find great power and communion with other women. And I'm all for like the men's awakening movement. Like, I love it. It's so inspirational to me. And I love, cooking, and I love makeup, and I love clothes, and I love things that are girly, but I also really love the Barbie movie, and I really love what the Barbie movie stands for. So to me, I'd rather hang out with women that loved the Barbie movie than women that love to wear makeup. Like, because it's a vibe, it's a soul to soul connection. Like, this is how we find our soul tribe. It is through vibe. So how do we pick up on people's vibe? Through TikTok. Like, I don't pick up on somebody's vibe necessarily on other social media platforms because a lot of those are very performative. But TikTok is the one platform where we're allowed to show up and be who we truly are, let our vibe emanate from us. And with that, we pull in energetically via the algorithm people that are on our vibe. So why can't we create through TikTok? We have TikTok Shop. We have all of these other branches of TikTok that meet the needs of our daily life. TikTok, we want to meet people that have our vibe. So why couldn't we call it like TikTok, like kickbacks? you meet people and you get to meet in person with people that you vibe with. So whether that's with me, I would love to hang out with the people that comment on my videos, like especially the women. Like I've made such good friends with the women that comment on my TikToks. However, the pragmatics of us getting together, figuring out where we live. I live in a vacation destination, so you can come and visit me. I would love that, but maybe that's not always safe. So I don't really know what the pragmatics of this are, but I think that there needs to be an arm or a branch of TikTok where it fosters and facilitates hangouts, like actually meeting people in real life and becoming real friends. So kickbacks via TikTok, TikToks. I'm an English teacher. I'm sorry. If anybody has any other suggestions for the name or suggestions for the pragmatics, let's please talk about it, because how we're going to bridge the gap in this weird interim stage of healing and evolving and still needing people, but not necessarily wanting to go to the mall or Blockbuster or to a random bar to make that happen.